Hello, everyone, and welcome to a edition of the Mack Brothers podcast.
I really hope you can hear us.
Yeah, I have these in. I forgot headphones, so I'm listening. We sound okay, at least in this.
Yeah, all right. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, well, we'll ditch this then for now.
Welcome to the Mack Brothers podcast. I'm John. This is Matthew.
And we're back in person.
It is the podcast after Christmas. We
I
both
feel
got
naked
a lot
without
of great
these.
gifts. I'm going to tilt this just real quick so you can get a look at how I decorated my our studio wall.
Look at this.
So as you can tell,
John, what's that?
I can't tell.
I don't know. It's kind of weird looking.
Can't tell from that. But this boy...
What?
Is a half boy, half bass?
No, he's a full person. It's like a little dude
elf.
sitting.
Elf on a cello or something.
Elf on a cello. That's not a cello.
Harp?
I think it's a harp but it only has 3 strings.
It's a broken harp.
John
He sits in
McCara's
between.
broken harp.
Boy,
Gnome elf man.
Day after or podcast after Christmas, I got a lot of good stuff. Matthew got a lot of good stuff.
I got a lot of greats. John, I'll be using it soon for everything, but John got me a acoustic guitar this year for Christmas, which is it has a perfect sound. It has a perfect resonance to it. It's really
I played
great.
a bunch of them.
It's really great.
And I got a bunch of good stuff. But we're not here to talk about that.
We're not here to just talk about stuff. You know why, John? Because Christmas is not just about stuff. Christmas is about spending, giving. No, it's about being with people you like and not wishing Merry Christmas to the people you don't like. Yeah, we should talk to each other. I'm used to looking at the screen now because we've done Zoomcasts for the last 4 or 5 podcasts.
But
we have some fun things going on. Should we get right into it?
I think so.
All right.
So
we have to pull out our phones because we don't print shit out because we suck.
I said it once and I'll say it again. And by say it again, I mean I have to look up what I said.
John, look up what you said. And I don't know what I'm saying yet.
This Friday. February 12th.
This Friday, February 18th.
This Friday, December 30th, is the first annual Mack Brothers Award Show finale. And I don't have a better name for it.
I thought it was going to be the Mack Brothers Award Show Extravaganza one night only special event at the end of 2022.
If you can remember that, that'll be what it is.
Good.
But anyway, so that is coming this Friday, and we have a lot of incredible things to announce on that show. We are doing our first annual Artist of the Year award.
Then
we have Song of the Year,
which today we will be narrowing down our nominations today.
Yes. Favorite Discovery of the Year.
So real quick, let me just for the favorite discovery. You know what? I'm sorry. Finish the announcement and then we'll go into the categories.
The band list. So we will be presenting once a year our band list, not BAND as in bands, which is what we're a duo, but what we parade as.
Oh, we're a duo.
We're a duo.
Yeah, not BAND, not like a Band-Aid, but people who are never allowed
banned. They're not allowed on the podcast or any Mack Brother platform at all.
I guess it would be we could announce the rules for our band list today.
So I think the rules are pretty simple. We could ban anyone we don't like, and we can unban them at any time. And
5 people a year.
5 people a year.
And no defined categories. But also, I should say, if somebody pisses us off enough, we could ban them if we have to.
Yeah, I think we'll start adding. We can add people to the ban list throughout the year, and whether we kind of can do whatever we want. Actually, we're the boss of this.
Yeah, it's our band list.
The band list, and then
most importantly,
the Mike Scravani Hall of Fame candidates, or inductees, I should say. So Mike Scravani was a great friend of ours, family friend, and he passed away. And he was also an awesome musician. So we figured we would name our Hall of Fame, the Mack Brothers Hall of Fame, after him, in memory of him. So the Hall of Fame is called the Mike Scravani Hall of Fame.
It should go without saying he is the first inductee. It's his hall.
Yes,
it's his Hall of Fame.
He's inducted. Yeah, of course he's inducted. So we have 3 categories. We have the Mack musicians, two artists.
Yes.
2 musicians. 2 musicians will be inducted.
Two.
Once a year.
2. It could be bands or solo artists.
Or
any
duo. Maybe the E Street Band will get in, and there's 15 of them or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have
spoiler. I don't think it's going to be the E Street Band this year. But
people of prominence. It could be really, any conglomerate of people.
Yes.
That we of our choosing.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the Mack Mafia inductee, which is a person in our life that means a lot to us, that helped us out.
Yep.
Or is continually to help us out on our journey.
They're basically made members of the Mack Mafia.
Yeah.
That's basically what
blood in, blood out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if that's a mafia term. That might be like an actual blood term.
I don't know.
But
John, I don't know
what I mean.
John, I don't know anything about blood.
Yeah.
I don't know one thing about blood.
I like the I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I'm bloodless.
He's like, where did people get that your blood is blue until it hits oxygen? Like, who? It's red all the time.
Yeah, I think because you look at your veins.
You look at their veins and they're blue.
But that's actually just because that's just how the light. That's how light works.
Yeah, I don't know.
Through your skin, but certain classifications of animals have blue blood. I think mollusks have blue blood.
Really?
I do.
A mollusk?
A mollusk is a sea creature of the sea, but also like the other people. Certain other people have blue blood too, like Triple H. He's a blue blood.
Yeah, aren't police officers are blue bloods, right?
Police officers are blue bloods.
The show Blue Bloods.
Tom Selleck has blue blood in him. Yes, Tom Selleck's also a mollusk.
Oh, okay.
But that's why. So is Triple H.
What's his name again?
Tom Selleck.
Oh, so I thought it was Tom Jones.
Tom Jones?
I thought he was the actor.
That would be very unusual.
Before we start narrowing down our songs of the year.
Okay.
I do have to give a shout out to our sponsor of the podcast, League Island Brewing Club. These guys, if you like beer, if you like any kind of beer, you like mead, you like a summery beer, a weedy beer, I like any kind, real like dark. I love their porter. Their porter's excellent. If you like independent businesses, seeing independent business grow.
Is it a micro brewery? Is that what it is?
It is a is that I don't know.
I don't want to classify them wrong.
It is a club.
That sounds very exclusive.
League Island Brewing Club. Their link will be in our description. You can become a member. Reach out to Jim. He's a good guy. Jim's a good guy.
Jim, he's the best. I've known him.
He makes the best beer.
I've known Jim. He made the best porter I've ever had in my life. Melania loves it, and she doesn't even drink.
And this Friday, we will be taste testing a random flavor.
I don't know what I'm getting.
We don't know what we're getting. We're very excited. So I probably every couple months get re-up as a member. And I get a bunch of different. I get like a variety pack of League Island Brewing Club's beer, and it just every single time it hits better and better.
Join the league,
and they're growing. Become a part of the community.
I remember when you first started getting their
copping from him.
Yeah, getting his beer, getting League Island. I want to say the name so everybody knows it.
League.
It was a while. It was actually a while ago. Like John's been no shit. Cheers. He's been drinking he's been drinking this beer for a while. So this isn't even like a, oh, blah, 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 blah. Somebody, no. Like, John's been supporting them for a while, and he has watched,
So their Facebook will be down in the description. League Island Brewing Club. We will be taste testing on Friday at our award show. Go follow, go like, become a member. They're in the Mac Mafia. Are you?
And
that's the motto.
Yeah,
that's their company's motto.
Yes, that's their company's
We're in the
motto.
Mac Mafia.
Are you?
League Island Brewing Club. All right. So now we're gonna get down to
the goose of the matter.
But I guess before we do that, do you want to announce our Artist of the Year candidates?
Yeah. So all right.
So they're already narrowed down.
Artist of the Year candidate number 1.
Shouldn't be a surprise.
Now this is just like a list, so it's not. There's no one's picked. But Artist of the Year candidate number 1, Arctic Monkeys.
Artist of the Year candidate number 2, Alex Cameron.
Artist of the Year candidate number 3, Canadian female-led band, Alvvays.
Artist of the Year number 4, Philadelphia's own Dr. Dog.
Artist of the Year candidate number 5. Now this, for anyone who listens to our podcast and knows us, this might come as a little bit of a surprise. Paramore. Yes.
Guess what? 2 great singles, and 2022 has been slow.
Yes, 2022 has definitely been slow, but I will say their singles were even on a great year, they're still really good songs.
Mm-hmm.
Still really good songs.
And then should we talk about our favorite discoveries of the year?
All right, so this is a category. It's so weird doing it without the headphones, ain't it? So this is a category that the reason I was thinking of this because at like the Grammys and all that, they have like best new artist and all this.
And in all honesty, the artist of the year was filled up. We had to narrow it down, but it felt weird cutting all these acts that just might not be as good as the artist of the years that we named, but that we still found real impressive. And
but also,
there's a couple that we also just added in. Just
also, too, like artist of the or like best new artist has to be an artist that debuted recently, and I don't try and find artists that just release songs.
No, neither
I don't know. I just I like to listen to new artists.
It some way.
Yeah, the algorithm presents me with magic sometimes.
Yeah.
So, for our favorite discoveries of the year, we have 6 candidates. So, basically 3 from me and 3 from John.
I feel like one of yours. I feel like we knew about them for a while.
We knew about them as a producer, but we didn't know about. I never listened to their music.
Yeah.
So I just discovered their music, so it counts. So that guy, that's Brian Eno. He obviously, as far as a producer goes, he's legendary. But I really got into his music like hardcore this year, for like the first I would say 8 months of the year. Mm-hmm. I was just listening to a lot of Eno.
Yeah.
And then I'll do my 3 and you do your 3.
Okay.
Second one, this is like a super, super, super random algorithm just presented it to me on YouTube. Casiopea. They're a Japanese city jazz rock fusion band from the 80s that I just like fell in love with, and I think they're fucking awesome. And then someone who I'm gunning for, Ginger Root. I think he's from San Francisco. He put out a really, really great EP, which I discovered Casiopea through the recommendations from him. It basically sounds like if Paul McCartney wrote Japanese city pop music in English.
I agree.
It's really good. John, what do you want to get into yours?
I do want to say that Fantano.
Anthony Fantano?
Busy. What is this? Internet's busiest.
The internet's busiest music nerd.
That guy?
Yeah, him.
Guess what his number 1 EP was?
Nisimono?
Yeah.
By Ginger Root. It's fucking great, and the music videos are great. I'm very passionate about Ginger Root.
I really like I like concept albums that are aren't like about you know what I mean? Like
it's not like, oh, this girl broke up with me and I'm really sad.
Yeah, like what was that one concept? It was like songs in about Ashley or some shit from the 90s.
Who's that
I don't know. It was some fucking sappy bullshit. But Ginger Root, I think it's a concept album, right?
It is a concept album.
Yeah, it's
totally a concept
EP.
But there's 6 songs on it, so it's almost an album. I felt like it qualified. He qualified.
Yeah.
This year.
So my 3 are number 1, Japanese Breakfast. I thought their new album.
Now are they a band or is it just her?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know like the ins and outs of them, but they play live as a band.
I have a story also,
and they're really good live. So her voice. So I first heard of them. I heard of them, but I never listened to them, and I heard them on Saturday Night Live performing on they performed their 2 new songs, Be Sweet and Paprika. Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, wow, her voice is a little annoying, but goddamn, these fucking songs are great. These are great written songs. Mm-hmm. And then I listened to the album, and I was like, this is a solid album. Mm-hmm. And then I went back, and I found a couple songs I liked from the past. And I was like, what a find. I mean, they were on Saturday Night Live. It's not like I dug them out of the dirt. Everyone knows. A lot of people know who they are, but I didn't.
So funny story about Japanese Breakfast. I don't remember exactly when. I may have a note in my phone about it. Oh, I actually don't. Okay, so I was taking an Uber ride home from Center City. I think I just hung out with coworkers one night, and it was like an Uber pool, and there was this like hammer girl next to me, and she was like, "Did you ever hear of Japanese Breakfast?" It's like 2018, and I'm like, "No." I'm like, "No, is that like is it good? Like is it good food or something?" Yeah. And she was like, "No, it's a band, and she's really good." And then she covered. It was like some song she covered back in 2017. She's like, "It's the best cover I've ever heard."
She covered something? I don't know.
And then the drunk person wrote it on my arm. The name of. I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll listen to it." And I listened to it, and I was not impressed. And that was my only exposure to Japanese Breakfast until you said you should listen to these 3 songs by Japanese Breakfast.
Mm-hmm. So that was one of my finds. My second find was Marlon Williams, who I seen on a Facebook ad. It was a 20-second clip of his song "My Boy."
Yeah,
and he's this skinny dude with slick back hair, but he's like a mix of a country. And
I thought you were gonna say he's like a
rock.
He's like a cunt.
Indie, like folk. Like he's a mix of all 3. There's a little dance element in some of his stuff, and I really was endeared by the song "My Boy." And then
my boy.
And then I found I listened to his album, and there's a lot of good songs. And I went back, and then I heard some of his older stuff, and it was a lot more country-esque.
You got into some Marlon Williams.
Got into some Marlon Williams. Got into some country.
Got into some country
this year. Got trapped in some country, some real country.
Yeah.
Speaking of country, my last discovery this year was Paul Cauthen. I think that's how you say it. Now this fucking guy is country.
Yeah, I really like this guy a lot.
This guy is a fucking hell of a time to listen to. He's cool looking, big bearded guy. I
don't even know what he looks like.
His songs are real fucking awesome. I mean, Cocaine Country Dancing.
I like that song a lot.
Might be the best country song ever. I don't know about that. I'm joking, but it's excellent.
It might be, you know what though? It's one of those songs where you're like, why isn't this the country that's being played on?
Yeah.
But who cares? I mean,
yeah, I guess
what are the popular rap songs now? It's like, I literally sucked ecstasy out of her asshole.
Yeah.
Like cocaine is like Cocaine's fine now.
Cocaine Country Dancing, and then Champagne in a Limo was maybe my theme song for quarter of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I am rooting heavy. If Ginger Root's your dog for real,
yeah,
I'm riding Paul Cauthen.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
It's gonna be a
war. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to deliberate
those are
about
our candidates.
But yeah, those are the candidates.
And they're all great in their own
All right,
way.
so we're going to get into a lot of the meat of today's podcast is going to be us going over some of our picks for Song of the Year. Well, really all of them. So there's 17 songs on here, all from different bands. Well, there's actually 3 from Alex Cameron, so that would make it 19.
So what I want to do.
So we're gonna narrow down.
First, we should narrow down the Alex Cameron songs because I couldn't pick between the 3, and they might not even be my favorite song off of his newest album.
All right.
His newest album is fucking awesome.
Well, let's go. Let's go number one. There Better Be a Mirrorball. I think that's going to pass both of our checks and stay on the list as a contender.
Yeah,
I vote a yes. That should stay on. I don't think we should cut it.
Yeah,
that might be overall. If it's not my favorite song that came out this year, it's in definitely my top 3.
Yeah. So before we give our even opinions, so There Better Be a Mirrorball.
I'm just going in order.
Arctic Monkeys.
What we have written down.
Now let's pick Alex Cameron's
song.
Let's pick the best out of the 3. We could talk about that.
All right. So for me, immediately, my least favorite's K-Hole, and it's not close to the other 2 for me personally.
I put them all there because they're even for me, so we can get rid of K-Hole.
So then, to me, the meat of the conversation is Sara Joe or Best Life. And that's tough for me.
Yeah, that's really tough. Sara Joe might be the more important song. It sounds like it means more to more people.
I'm 55-45 Sara Joe.
But Best Life, I listen to Best Life more this year.
Yeah.
Because it's fun, it's funny, it kind of reminds me of me a little bit because, I think a lot of 2019, 2020, we were really worried about our Instagram and all of our stuff popping off when we were at the 1940s.
Yeah.
And then we got to a certain point
where we were in wiggle mode.
We were getting a lot of followers, and then we got hacked, and then I just kind of lost my for it. But that song is, and it's also about a little bit of cancel culture. The album's great. Best Life is great. But
let me. So
I'm 50-50 on
Let me chime in for Sara Joe. I'm gonna try and sway you to pick Sara Joe, but if you're strong for Best Life, I can ride with that because I would against K-Hole. I actually that's one of my least favorite songs in that album.
Really?
Yeah, that doesn't do anything for me.
I love the melody.
The reason I like Sara Joe so much is because I think it's a universal song. I listened to what he wrote the song about, and I think you also told me too.
Yeah.
It was shit that he was saying, and it's who said that? That wasn't me.
Yeah.
And I feel that's everyone's life all the time. Mm-hmm. So every single line of the song, one, I think it's a funny song, but then I also think the song is a very universally relatable song, and I also think it's a really, really well constructed song from start to finish. I don't feel there's any dead spots in it. I don't feel like it gets lost at any point. I like it a little bit more than Best Life, but I'll leave this one up to you.
So I'm gonna go with Sara Joe.
Explain.
I think you sold me on. I forgot what it was about, and it's I think I said before
because he starts the song defending himself already.
Yeah,
I never hurt nobody, not in any physical way, at least.
But when I do, they would have wanted it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant.
That opening line is just tremendous.
The only reason why it's 51-49 Sara Joe, so we're gonna pick Sara Joe.
Okay,
but I think that the song goes on a tiny bit too long. I think it should fade out after he you know what I mean. I think it does.
I like the refrain going long because I think it's really catchy.
Yeah, no,
and
it
I feel
definitely
the
is.
lines are really funny. I feel it works for that song in particular.
I just Best Life's a little bit more concise in that manner, but
that's true.
Sara Joe is probably the better written song, so we'll go with Sara Joe.
All right. So, also, I think we should establish. We're gonna have to make some hard cuts here.
Yeah.
Because we have 17 songs on here.
Well, let's just go through.
So next is Pharmacist by Alvvays. I can't say I listened to this song enough to have a debate about it, but I listened. I think I maybe listened to the song like 5 or 6 times. And there are some songs on this list because most of this list John typed out for Song of the Year. So you probably are going to have a better standpoint on some of these. Like Pharmacist for me is a good song, but like I feel like there better be a Mirrorball and Sara Joe like totally outclass it.
Don't give your opinion, and let's go through the list.
Okay,
and then we'll start. So, number 3 is Pharmacist by Alvvays. There's a great part. Say why the song's good, but don't like say it's better or worse than the other songs yet.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that for cuts reasons. Like how many songs do we want to narrow down?
I think it'll be easy to narrow some of them down.
All right.
So Pharmacist by Alvvays has a great melody. It's probably one of their best mixed songs on that album because some of the album kind of gets drowned out. It's still fantastic.
Like there's too much reverb on the album.
Way too much reverb.
Yeah.
And I know it's their style, but like you don't notice it as much in their last record, which is probably their best record.
Their last record was so good.
Yeah. I mean it's a fantastic song. So
didn't Pitchfork say like that was like the best album ever or something?
They said it was the 3rd best album of the year.
Oh, okay.
But when it came out, they were they were saying it was the bee's knees.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Champagne in a Limo. So Paul Cauthen, we mentioned earlier as best discoveries. Cocaine Country Dancing might be his funnest song and maybe his best, but it didn't come out this year. And Champagne in a Limo did, and I don't think he released it as a single, but goddamn, it's such a good song, and I love it. I listen to it in the shower; it gets me pumped up. I came into a bit more money than I ever did before, and that's kind of what the song's about. It's almost like a Jay-Z song on a country record, and not like bro country.
Yeah,
this is legit country. This is a guy who was probably poor and now has money, and he's fucking boasting about it, and that's what half of the record's about. I fucking love it because it reminds me of me, and I was fucking. I'm excited just talking about it.
Yeah.
So that's Paul Cauthen, Champagne in a Limo. Number 5,
Fat Dog. Let me talk about this one because I actually know the song really well. All right. So Dr. Dog. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't think they're coming out with new music, or they're definitely not touring again. Yeah. But they released 4 live albums this year, and I think. They finally released Fat Dog for real because it was a song that they would play live, but they never had any official releases of it. I love this song. I think it's a great song. I think the guitars in it are awesome. It was one of those songs you hear and you're like, why isn't this out? Yeah, why isn't this a single? Like, why isn't this not out? Not even that it's not out, but why isn't this out in like a lead single? Because it's a fun song.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Definitely listen to this song.
We'll be dreaming like a fat dog.
All right, can we move on?
It's like a basis of like how I write some of our own songs.
So, This Is Why by Paramore fucking blew me away.
Yeah. It's literally
fucking blew me away.
They're on they're on our Artist of the Year because of how great that song is because they didn't put out an album yet.
That song is so good.
It's so good that it's and like at first I was like, oh, this is good, and then like the more like I hear like it reminds me of like U2.
Yeah, I really feel like I think I actually texted you this when I first listened to it. If Paramore puts out an album of songs like this, it'll be one of my favorite albums ever.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the second single, The News.
Yeah, I don't know if I listened to that song.
I mean, they're on.
I listened to that. So I listened to that song twice, and I listened to This Is Why a whole bunch. So I don't have a good opinion of the other song.
The News is it's good, but This Is Why is really fantastic.
Yeah, the song that song really took me by surprise.
Number 7, The Arcs, new single. The Arcs is
this song just came out not too long ago.
Dan Auerbach's second project besides the Black Keys. and it's called "Heaven Is a Place."
It's a great song.
The lyrics are a bit more emotional than, or not emotional, a bit more sensual than I thought it would be about the drummer who passed away for the Arcs, Richard Swift, I think it is.
Oh, I didn't even know the song was about him.
So the video is definitely about him.
Oh, okay.
But
I didn't watch the
song. The song is just like this awesome blues, like 70s, like I don't even know what's like really smooth fucking song. And it's
the production on the song is great.
It might be the best mixed and mastered song on our list. It's really great.
Yeah.
Number 8, "Pussy in Millions" by Drake, 21 Savage, and Travis Scott.
I listened to the song once. I have really no opinion of the song.
So this is one of them songs where I really like to drive around to.
Okay, all right. This is all I have to say about any of the new Drake stuff. Because I think him and 21 Savage put out a whole album together, right?
And it was a lot better than the other thing Drake did this year.
All it did, I watched one music video. It may have been to this song. It may have been a teaser to the album. I don't even remember. I laughed for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's.
I laughed.
That it's not hysterical.
I actually. All right, so I'm gonna go out on a limb. This is completely unrelated to the song. But while we're on the topic of Drake, 21 Savage, and Travis Scott, I think all of them are all of them make me laugh.
Yeah.
I don't take any of them serious. I don't think anyone should take any of them serious, even if they are, even if any of them are real thugs, which I know Drake definitely isn't. But I don't know enough about Travis Scott.
21 Savage might be, but he's also British.
Yeah. They all make me laugh. And I think that's all I have to say right now.
With that being said, I really like "Pussy in Millions." It's a fun song to listen to in the car. Number 9, My Boy by Marlon Williams. We talked about this already. It's a sleek, folky, country, poppy mix of goodness. His voice is real smooth. His voice is very Roy Orbison-y.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I really enjoy My Boy a whole lot. One of my
this year in particular. Our music tastes have deviated more than they ever have.
I know.
Because I'm listening to some strange, some really weird. Like I'm listening to like fucking percussion to jungle sounds and shit. Like I'm listening to some weird shit this like past year.
So that's Marlon Williams, My Boy.
This song also fucking destroyed me. The next song. The Loneliest Time, Carly Rae Jepsen featuring Rufus. Who is this guy?
He sounds so familiar.
Wainwright.
He sounds so familiar.
It looks like Will Ferrell in disguise.
Is he the lead singer? There's no way.
I don't think he's the lead singer of anything. I think he's just Rufus Wainwright, and he's just like, he's funny.
Yeah.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of the cousin to the weird chestnuts roasting on an open fire Smule guy that's on TikTok that I constantly barrage you with.
Oh, yeah.
He reminds me of that guy's British cousin.
Is Rufus Wainwright British?
I don't know, but to me he is. I'm gonna go out on a limb. He's British.
Okay. I'm gonna change something up.
And I love Carly Rae Jepsen. She's a guilty pleasure of mine.
I'm gonna change something up on the list. So we have.
Oh, I see you. You can take that off.
So
okay, yeah, that's for number.
Number 11 is "Be Sweet" by Japanese Breakfast. One of the best dance pop, rock. I don't know. One of the best like alternative dance pop songs, of the year. In the last couple years, actually, because it really does
cute.
Make you feel fucking good when you listen to it.
It's a cute song.
Bass line's kicking. Vocals are really good. The mix is a lot better.
I think it's out of all the Japanese breakfast songs, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's close to my favorite. I think I like Paprika a little bit more, but I think we both can agree that Be Sweet is a really, really good song and one of the best of the year.
As It Was, number 12. That's the 12th song on our list right now.
Yeah.
By Harry Styles. I like this song. I probably listened to this song more than most of the songs on this list.
It's hard to
avoid it. It was an earworm.
It's literally played every time you go to a Wawa gas station.
Yeah, it is actually.
They play it at the pumps.
Now that you mention it,
that's what that's the only song they play.
Yeah, yes, it is.
As it was.
He has Harry Styles probably has like a $100 million deal with Wawa. Yeah,
this British
sponsorship deal.
This British megastar loves the East Coast.
I don't necessarily think I have an opinion on Harry Styles. On Harry Styles, but I do like this song. I do. If, as far as the genres in pop, work call.
I will call him back, but you know what happens when one of our work phones rings?
It's been a while, so I don't remember actually.
We have to do a crazy. We have to crazy prediction.
I have a crazy prediction.
What is it?
I think Twitter goes bankrupt next year.
Whoa. Okay.
Because Tesla's down 70%.
Put it fucking down. Or remember what Matthew said.
That's a crazy prediction.
That expression is. All right, As It Was, Harry Styles. Number 13. I don't think Matthew ever even heard this song.
Yeah, so, all right, I'm not going to lie. There's a few songs on this list I've heard less than 3 times, and this song I haven't heard at all.
Daytona Sand by Orville Peck.
So I don't know if we can even...
Orville Peck could actually be on favorite Discovery of the Year, but I think I really got into him in 2021, and then he put this album out. He might be my favorite vocal country singer. Yeah. He has the weirdest, can't even describe it voice.
It's like a tiptoe by the wind.
Like it's almost operatic.
Yeah.
But it has like such a twang. He does like a yodeling.
He's an opera singer slathered in barbecue sauce.
He's lit. And you know how I found out about him? He did a duet with Paul Cauthen. They were the Unrighteous Brothers, and they did "You Lost That Love and Feeling," and they
told me about that.
Unchained Melody.
Why don't they? They should form that. That would be.
They would be a
fucking
mega
duo.
band. They would be a mega duo like us, but they're solo artists, and this is a great song on a great album. Great album, one of the best albums of the year, easily. Orville Peck, Daytona Sand. The fucking song opens up. It's just a steady fucking kick drum.
Yeah, I think I may have listened to it once.
And it makes you want to just run with the horses.
Number 14, Antihero by T Swizzle.
So
this might be the biggest album ever.
Really?
She had all top 10 positions in the Billboard Top 100 this year. For like 2 weeks straight.
I was
she had the greatest run of any artist.
She
had the greatest week of any artist ever. Ever.
Jesus. And ain't it funny, like...
but I actually do think...
It was almost an afterthought. I do like this song
a few times, and I actually think it's a good song.
It is a good song. And 2022 was not a excellent year for us, at least musically. A lot of people liked it.
I think a lot of my favorite groups put out music in 2020.
Yeah,
like Kings of Leon.
Like we would have had a real tough time with Kings of Leon, the Killers.
Shit, yeah. Especially because they both put out real strong albums.
Real fucking great albums, real great. You like half of this list would have been just them two.
Yeah.
Like it would have been real tough to like how do you pick between Stormy Weather and Echoing and like just from Kings of Leon and then have to go to In the Car.
10,000. What's it? 10,000 people.
10,000 people. No, 100,000.
100,000 people.
Beautiful song.
Has there ever been a more thoughtful song written about dementia?
No.
I mean,
I don't know any songs written about dementia.
Exactly.
I can't remember.
Yeah. All right, next.
But yeah,
Antihero.
Sorry, Taylor Swift, you're not that good.
Dreaming of the Past Push. Also, never heard the song.
So this actually we could probably scratch it because Kanye's in it. But Pusha T had a really, really, really good album. Really good. Best rap album of the year. And he is a fucking killer.
Why is T stand for something?
He pushes coke. That's what he did.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's called Pusha T. He was a real drug. He
sold cocaine.
And he has some of the best rap songs of the year, without a doubt. Way better than the Drake 21 Savage album. Lovely album. This is a lovely song that samples John Lennon's Jealous Guy.
No shit, really.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking cool.
And it's great. It's not something that you
hear.
It's
a good use. It's a good.
It's not something you hear and you go, "You motherfucker, you're really doing this to John Lennon?"
Well, I think like that would have to go through a lot of hands to get approved.
Yeah,
like it would really have to.
And goddamn, it's so good.
Like they would probably have to approve it and then listen to the song and then approve it after. Like
I think Kanye produced it, and it's such a shame that he's such a piece of shit.
Yeah,
because goddamn, it's so good.
You know what?
It's really disgusting.
I'm gonna announce an award winner for an award I just made up on the spot.
Okay.
2022's biggest loser was definitely Kanye West.
Yeah.
I mean, has there been? I mean, the runner-up is Elon Musk, but I mean, I haven't seen anyone self-destruct so fast and so brightly, and apparently he's missing now. So.
Get the fuck out.
I don't know. I saw it could have been a fake headline. I don't know.
How could he be missing?
I don't know. I don't believe anything I read.
Yeah, I know. Neither do I. You know what I want to do, and they do not need the promotion.
What?
Oh, let's do this first.
All right. Number 60. These last two were additions that I put on the list. All I Need to Hear by the 1975. I feel like they punched above their weight class with this song, like hardcore. I don't know. Did you listen to the song yet?
I did.
So I feel like they punched above their weight class with the song. This song, they got together in like the studio to like record something else, and they wanted to do a rehearsal take of it, and they liked the take so much, like it was on a whim. They were ready to leave the studio, and they actually were running out of studio time, and they recorded it once. It's the first time they ever played the song, I think, together fully, start to finish, and that's the version on the album. So I thought I had a lot of respect for them for that, because they started out as like just like a shitty little cute little pop band. But I think this is actually a great song. I think it's probably their best song, and I really like it. So I wanted to put it on the list.
You know, so I think it's a decent song, but I don't get the 1975 too much. I don't understand why they're huge.
They are. They're really big.
They're fucking huge. But funny story, we were mistaken for them twice as the 1940s. And by the way, we made the name 1940s before I knew they existed. And I'm sure they were out, but I never heard of them at all. I thought they sang Sweater Weather.
No, you know, there's 3 songs from them that are fantastic. Give Yourself a Try is a great song. Very unique song.
I know that one.
Very unique song. It's Not Living If It's Not With You. That's a love song to Heroin.
That's a really nice song.
Which is great.
Heroin, he means.
Yeah, I mean Heroin. Great song by them that I don't remember right now. So, this song's really good too. I wanted to put it on the list.
And at number 17.
Number 17. My Boy. I love this song so much it has to be on this list.
Not My Boy by Marlon Williams. Matthew's Boy.
Ginger Root song called Loneliness. So this is the first song I heard from him, and immediately I was like, holy shit, this guy sounds so much like Paul McCartney, and this song is so good.
Very Paul McCartney. Very great song.
And in the comments, he has another song called Holy Hell, and in the comments,
I think I like better than
somebody commented, and they were like, wow, it really sounds like Paul McCartney wrote a city pop song. And he replied, yeah, that's what I was going for, period, LOL.
Oh, that's lit.
That's his reply. Like, he actually, he has a million, he probably has more subscribers and listens out than a few people on this list, and he still goes on as him. Awesome. And he just replies. He does all of his own music videos. He produces everything he does. It's really good. Loneliness is such a good song. I think it's about being lonely.
The funny thing was, it was really hard for me not to put Artist of the Year and Song of the Year, putting the Beatles, because what's his name just came out. The re-release
Revolver?
Of Revolver.
How good is Revolver?
And they would win. They would win this year.
You can make a case that 7 of their songs are better than every song on this list.
Yeah.
On that album alone.
I mean, I was just going to put Taxman just because it's the first one, and I think it's probably my favorite, like, remixed one.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that whole album.
You just got those new headphones for
yes,
Christmas.
I can't wait to boot them boys up.
Do yourself a favor. Go on Apple Music on your laptop. Get a free trial of it for a month. Put them in and put on Dolby Atmos and listen to the whole Revolver album in Dolby Atmos. Close your eyes, give yourself an hour, and listen to the whole thing start to finish in Dolby Atmos. And then listen to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac in Dolby Atmos. It's crazy.
Dolby Atmos? What the fuck is that?
It's like it's spatial audio is what they're trying to gimmick it as. And Dolby Atmos basically it's like if you have mono, which is everything goes through one speaker. Excuse me. Mono, which is one speaker, stereo, 2 speakers. Dolby Atmos is supposed to be made for multiple speakers.
Oh, shit.
So, like, if you had a Dolby Atmos, like a high-end Dolby Atmos speaker setup down here, and you put on, like, Abbey Road.
You said Dreams. Abbey Road.
Or, like, any album that's mixed in Dolby, any song, what's the seasons change and I love man cold.
Post Malone.
Yeah, I forget that song. Circles. That song's mixed in Dolby Atmos too. It's a good song. They have like a spatial audio playlist for all the songs that are mixed in spatial audio. Now, you're also going to find if you listen to spatial audio, this is actually something I wanted to bring up on the podcast. There's some bad, and I'm talking bad, obviously terrible mixes in Dolby Atmos from very, very high-end Hall of Fame level artists. There's like some of the worst mixes I've ever heard. Like some Fleetwood Mac songs, you could tell they like either did it like click like an auto, like make an automatic mix, but like you hear elements of the song like so with older songs especially, they clearly weren't ever supposed to be heard. Like the way the take was done was buried in the mix to get the specific sound.
Oh, there's a lot of mistakes.
And it brings it up so loud that you can hear timing mistakes you've never heard. Like you can really hear how imperfect these songs are, and it strips away how great the producers and like engineers were in the studio, because you have mixes that didn't like the artists the 5 artists in Fleetwood Mac didn't sit down and fucking go through the Dolby Atmos mix of everywhere because, poor Chris, rest in peace, Christy McVie. But like, if she heard some of the mixes to some of the songs or Stevie Nicks did, they'd go, that's terrible. Like, don't put that out.
What would Stevie Nicks say? Be Stevie Nicks for a minute.
That's like the worst song I've ever heard. Like, you can't release that. You can't release that song. I mean, that would be a disgrace.
All right, so we went through all the songs. Let's start we got to break them down.
All right. So can I just say the songs I've never even heard?
Yeah, we'll get rid of them.
All right. I've never heard "Dreaming of the Past," and I've never heard "Daytona Sand," and I definitely don't think I heard "Pussy in Millions."
All right, so they're all gone. I'll wait for you to get rid of them.
All right. "Dreaming of the Past."
Probably my favorite rap song of the year.
Oh, I accidentally deleted a little too much.
You can get rid of that. I think we both agree.
Anti-Hero?
Is Anti-Hero?
Yeah, Anti-Hero's. Well, I've only heard it like 3 times anyway, so.
I don't think it's in our top
Are we
5.
narrowing this down to 5? Is that what we're doing? All right, so this is going to be like this is like when we get down to like 8 songs, it's going to be really fucking hard.
Yeah. Pussy in Millions is gone. I got that.
All right, I think this is where we're actually going to have to start talking about stuff. So I'm gonna make.
You never heard Daytona Sand, so we'll get.
Oh yeah, get rid of that. All right, so I'm gonna. This is a tough one, but I feel like it's appropriate. I think Fat Dog should be removed because it didn't. This song wasn't done this year, and I've heard the song so many times for the last like 12 years.
Yeah.
I don't think it has legs. I think the other songs did come out this year deserve it more. All the other ones, just because they're newer. I feel like Heaven Is a Place came out last month, and like haven't really dived into it enough. Don't really know it too well.
Keep on Dreaming would be better too, anyway. Which is another ARC song.
You don't know All I Need to Hear too well, so cut that. So now we're down to 10.
All right.
Well, we can leave Champagne and a Limo on there just for you, because I heard it for the first time today. when you recommended it to me to listen to for this.
I will say that I think it belongs on here more than As It Was.
I agree. Take As It Was off.
I like jamming to that way more than As It Was. And As It Was is a great song. But
As It Was is a great song, but I feel like, for example, we could start saying opinions. This Is Why fucking took me off guard.
Yeah.
It's really surprised me.
Yeah.
And when you write a lot of I feel like we've written a lot of songs now at this point, and we've listened to a lot of songs, and we've listened to all different kinds of genres.
Take us off guard.
It's hard to take somebody off. It's hard to take music people off guard. You get cynical, especially when it's a band and you've heard, and you kind of like, I always had like a respect for Paramore. I never thought that they were like a shit band. I never put them in like with like Fall Out Boy and like Panic at the Disco.
I'll say this. Because of This Is Why, I went back and I listened to more other things by them. And I almost put them in Discovery of the Year because I always wrote them off.
Me too.
This is some fucking whatever. And then you listen to like fucking like the album, I think the album or two before this new stuff, and it's very Vampire Weekend-y. There's a lot of different changes that you don't expect. Oh, another album that came out in 2020, Father of the Bride. We would have had real fucking tough. Harmony Hall. Is Harmony Hall the best song?
John, it's been Harmony Hall. Harmony Hall. No, that's 2022.
No, it's not. No, it's not. They would have been on this list, and that would have been Song of the Year.
No, I meant 2020. I'm sorry. No, Father of the Bride's 2019. September 2019. I think, yeah.
Because it feels like the end of that.
Harmony Hall. If Harmony Hall, I think the last 3-4 years may have won Song of the Year each year.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
It's a really, really great song. I feel like The Loneliest Time should probably be deleted.
Yeah.
It's a good song and I enjoy it.
Maybe best pop song of the year?
But I feel like the other songs,
like pure pop song?
That is a pure bubblegum.
You know
good
why?
Pop song.
If there's like a break with like a minute and a half left that just takes too long for me in that song.
Yep. If they took that out, took that out, I think I could have said this is a perfect example of a pop song.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna start getting really hard. All right. So when we start,
I hate to say it, I don't think it's fair for me to leave in Champagne in a Limo.
Because I haven't heard it enough.
Because you haven't heard it enough, and but I do have to say while I'm deleting it, it was
a top contender for you.
It pumped me up more than any song on this list. Besides, maybe This Is Why. But
all right, so
when I say like when I get ready to like go out or if I'm drinking or even if I'm just before when I worked at the casino, I didn't listen to it when I worked at the casino. But you need music that has to pump you up because you need to get like at the casino. You got to get ready to fucking fight at any time and drag people out.
Yeah,
and then listening to it in your car, share. You want to feel good. If you're drinking, you want to like feel cool, get in that mode. I mean, it just made me feel cooler.
Yeah, I don't. Well, then if you were working at the casino, you didn't work. Oh, okay.
I'm saying I didn't.
Listen to I got you.
But
all right, so
like it's a shower song. It's a
this is where I'm at with certain songs on this list right now. I have two songs I'm looking at that I feel like one of them needs to be cut. I feel like Pharmacist or Be Sweet for me. One of them. I feel like the rest of the songs on the list are better than both of those songs. But I don't necessarily know what you want. I think you've listened to them more than me, but I listened to Be Sweet today, and it did stand out to me. Like it was the first song I listened to out of the 9 you sent me, and I thought it was a really good song.
I like Pharmacist better than Be Sweet.
All right, so now we're down to 6.
Pharmacist is the lead single off of that album, and it really, it's really, really good and has a really, really, really different, interesting guitar solo at the end.
Yeah,
that ends up being one of the best always guitar solos melodic wise.
And they're a really good guitar band.
That guy's an unbelievable lead guitar player.
So do we want to keep the 6 we have, or do we want to do 5?
So Be Sweet is gone. I don't know. That's so tough. So what we have left is There Better Be a Mirrorball by Arctic Monkeys, Sara Joe by Alex Cameron, Pharmacist by Alvvays, This Is Why by Paramore, My Boy Marlon Williams, and Loneliness by Ginger Root.
I mean, we could roll with 6 and discuss, debate, and announce our pick Friday. I mean, we could do that unless you want to do 5. Because we have 6 Artist of the Year candidates. We have 6 Discovery of the Year candidates.
We have 5 Artist of the Year candidates. Because
there's just an empty one up there. Never mind. You know what? I'll narrow Discovery down. I'll take Brian Eno off. He doesn't even have vocals on any of the songs, so.
Yeah, let's do 5. 5 is what I need. God damn it! All right, so now I'm stuck between. So if it was up to me, just me,
you would cut Loneliness.
I would cut Loneliness.
Yeah,
but it's not just me. So I feel like your weak spot is either My Boy or Pharmacist. And it might
those are definitely my weak spots, for sure. I like all the other songs on the list more than I listened to. Here's the thing: I listened to My Boy. You sent it to me a little bit ago, and I listened to it then, and I thought it was a good song. And you resent it, and I also thought it was a good song. I think My Boy might be a better song than Pharmacist for me. I might like it more, but I'm not 100% sure because I didn't listen to each of them like 30, 40. Every other song on this list I've listened to more than 15 times.
I think you might be right, but Pharmacist really is a great song because it almost starts like what was that song by Tame Impala? And I had no idea.
Like Nangs or something. It's like a weird
whatever.
name.
And it starts off with like Cup of Coffee a little bit. The way the drums are a little bit too distorted, and then I saw your sister and then it really just fucking kicks in. You literally, you know what it feels like?
I also just like Alvvays. I just like them.
It feels like you're like diving slow motion into a pool, and as soon as the fucking drums hit and the song opens up, you go right, like speed up and splash in.
Yeah.
And that's what that song kind of reminds me of. But My Boy is just, I listened to it today, and I still am in love with it.
I feel like there's a charm to it.
The guitar is... Like it's just yeah. All right. So I think sadly always.
So we have our 5.
We have our 5. And but
this is a strong 5.
The reason why. This is why. Alvvays is Artist of the Year candidate and Marlon Williams isn't, is because Alvvays put out an album filled with great fucking songs.
Yeah.
Marlon Williams had a few really good songs. And one great, which is My Boy. All
right. So, the Mack Brothers Song of the Year, official Song of the Year candidates are There Better Be a Mirrorball, Arctic Monkeys,
Sara Joe by Alex Cameron,
This Is Why, Paramore,
My Boy, Marlon Williams,
Loneliness, Ginger Root. I think that's a strong 5.
That is a strong.
I think,
5.
and I think it's eclectic. Mm-hmm. I think we have some different stuff there. We have a strong 5 now. We really do have a strong 5.
Yeah. And I think we have a strong 5 everywhere.
Yeah, I really do.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we still have our band list. That will be. Listen, Friday. We're in store for a long day on Friday.
Listen, all I'm going to say about the band list is I might be more excited to announce some of our band people than I've ever been for anything for our podcast.
Well, I think too, this took a long time to narrow it down, just to nail. Yeah. But like, we're gonna have the answers by Friday. We're gonna have the winners by Friday. Yeah. So there's not going to be a lot of discussion. So it probably won't be as long. But we will go into detail about the winner of each category, and
absolutely,
we'll go into detail about the band list. And we will go into detail on the Mike Scravani Hall of Fame candidates.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all of those things will be covered in more detail on Friday. To reiterate again, our rules for our band list. Anyone we don't like, we could ban and unban at will. And generally speaking, at the end of the year, we will be putting 5 people on the list.
Yeah.
Because 5's a fun number. The Mike Scravani Hall of Fame, it's going to be 5 people every year, 3 categories, 2 musical people,
the
bands,
musicians.
the Mack musicians.
And then people of prominence.
People of
the
prominence. And the Mack Mafia inductee. John put induction on the. I'm just, I'm just like a good newsman. I just read right off the prompter.
Yep, the Mack Mafia inductee. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Yeah, that's me. So here's the thing. Hall of Fame is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it just fucking popped right in my fucking head. This would be the fucking perfect idea. Like, what could be a better idea than to put this at the end of the year?
Yeah.
And round up the year. And then John expanded it with the awards, which I thought was a really, really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really fun. Really, really good idea. Especially because we've gotten so many awards.
It's really crazy.
Over this year.
The amount of awards that we get for things that we did in the past from unnamed radio stations that we never talk about. And it's really great, too, because I don't know if you all remember, but remember when we put out the album called Pookie?
Yeah.
We wanted to do a little bit of like pop punk, but not really.
Yeah.
So we put out the album Pookie, and our single, one of our singles was
that the album that I sang that
when
song?
When I Turn Around.
When I sung that song, and I was like, I can't sound like that. Like,
yeah.
Like I had that delivery. I was trying to do that like Americana.
Well, I did. We had the songs When I Turn Around and Basket of Fries.
And I wrote a new song too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did.
What is it?
American Ignorance.
Oh, wow.
Very original. New one. And I'm actually thinking maybe like 5-10 years from now, because it's going to be a big hit, I'm going to do a play based on the album that I'm going to write the whole thing around.
Really?
Yeah. And it's also going to be Let Me Sleep in September. That's another lead single up there too. Completely original.
Let me sleep in September.
Yes, Let Me Sleep in September. I'm really jazzed for that one in particular. No, it's okay, but it's good for us. It's good for this is called insider trading with the Mack Brothers.
Oh my god.
That's what this is.
Scoopsky and Bees know what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. We also have had, I should say, I don't know, because we'll be really in the thick of things on Friday. We had a lot of really fun guests on this year.
Yeah.
We had the Toddcast happened, which was so much fun. Shout out to Todd Fiore. We want to have him back in person.
Yeah, everyone we had on
we just had
be back in person.
We just had Scoopsky on.
Scoopsky.
We knew where
Christmas
he was on
album.
Christmas Eve. We had Bees. We had Bees. The whole Bees on.
We had the whole band.
We had the whole
Bees,
hive,
not
on.
just Mike. We had the whole
hive. The whole hive was there.
And then we had Kevin from Mike.
Free idea.
Park.
I'm sorry. Free idea for Bees. If you guys are going to start your own podcast, you have to call it the Beehive. I'm just saying.
I still, to this day, they're one of our best friends in music, and I don't know the name of their. I always confuse the name of the Mario podcast we did with them.
Yeah.
Is it Mario and Music and Mario? I don't remember what it was.
Mario makes music. We make music with Mario. Matthew is now ranked number 1 competitively in Super Mario Maker 3.
You were number 2 for a while.
I was number 2.
But
then what happened was I gave a sneak preview of my new single that I'm dropping. Did you know? Did you hear what my new single is called?
No.
It's called A Really, Really Nice Day. And it's on my other album I'm putting out. It's called Everything That I Left Behind. And it's me. I'm standing. I was thinking about doing it in an airport.
Well, what about the new song that I wrote that's going to be on that album called Elevator?
Or the other song that I wrote, In a Short Time.
What about
I need glasses.
Wild raspberries.
I need glasses to look at the world. This is the worst part of the pod. This is the worst.
New York City.
Yeah, New York City. Yes, New York City.
Oh my God! Hurry on.
Hurry on. Yeah, hurry on. Scary about. John, my gentle object flying in the air on a string that blows gently in the wind. I don't know if you got that one.
That's a great album.
Yeah, but I showed them. I was, I don't remember who I was showing.
Really, really nice day.
Really, really nice day. Yeah, that's my song.
Your Foo Reed.
Yeah. Oh, it's such an above average day. I'm glad I wrote this song all by myself. I didn't steal this song.
Did you see the thing I sent you today?
I didn't see anything today. I was too busy. I was too busy writing original music all day.
I can't play it out loud, but it's
I saw that you sent me something, but we'll watch it a little bit. I saw that you hit for this. What?
I was thinking about banning them.
It's the cream.
I was thinking about banning them, and I left them off.
Yeah.
Ban list. Because we might have to.
Not the Macho Man. That's what you sent me for.
Well, Macho Man's banned.
He's not. He's dead. He can't be banned. He's not. Can we ban dead people?
Yeah. It's our podcast. We do whatever we want.
That's actually true. Can we bring people that are dead back from the dead? We can. We wrote a song about that.
Zombie?
Yeah, we wrote a song about that before.
Zombie. Not to be confused with
the other. Not to be confused with the other song that someone else tried to write called "Undead People Walking Around."
What instead of the cranberries, we could be like the fucking fly swatter.
We could be the strawberries.
I'm running out of steam.
We'd be the straw. I'm not running out of steam. I could do an hour-long podcast of this.
I could
do an hour-long.
That no one understands what we're talking about.
Yeah. I wrote that other good song too, John. I started this band. It's called Mac McFleet, and I have this song. It's called Sleepy Visions. Sleepy Visions, completely original. It's here I go again. I'm on my bed. I'm sleeping. It's a good song. You should listen to it. My completely original song that I wrote. I wrote that song. No one else did, and I didn't get it from anywhere either.
Oh my goodness.
Just so you know. It's fun to finally be back in person. It's fun to be. Me and John were sick for a while. I got sick. I was up really high in an elevation. I was in a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Really, really high. I actually think I went over the Himalayas. It was a weird time for me. But I'm back. I got back all on my own.
Yeah.
And
it'll take us some time.
I feel very, very strong about Friday. Friday's gonna be very. Everyone, if you're still watching the podcast at this point,
which you're
not. You're definitely going to watch Friday, then. So if you're still here, Friday's going to be really fun.
It's going to be ridiculous. We have special guests.
We have I didn't know we had special guests.
Yep. We have special guests. Cyndi Lauper will be there.
I actually had a surprise guest too. I forgot to tell you. I had a surprise guest too, but I forgot to tell you. I don't think Sydney's going to be happy.
Who is it?
It's Paul Abdul.
Oh, Jesus.
She's going to be really pissed off.
She's
going to be really, really pissed off about this. I didn't want... Did you... Real quick, because I was just ready to say her name. I was like, oh, but Madonna's going to come, and they're both going to be angry. Have you seen what the fuck Madonna's doing on TikTok?
She snort crack or something?
She's fucking crazy. She's lost her mind.
It's a shame.
I don't know what's going on. It looks like somebody made a fake, you know how they have those plastic surgery people that are like, oh, I want to look like Brad Pitt, and they spend $17 million. Which where did they get that money anyway to look like Brad Pitt? And it looks like some random old lady was like, I want to be Madonna, and like tried to look like Madonna, and it went horribly wrong. And that's what Madonna looks like now.
Yeah, she's a mess.
She shouldn't have fucked with herself. She should have just left it alone. I hope everyone, everyone's like, oh, they're gonna try to be the next Madonna, like everyone, like Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, every female pop star, they have to, they can't be their own pop star. They have to all be Madonna, whatever. That's what people say about them, unfortunately. I hope they learn. Don't fucking do anything that she did after a certain point in her career.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Just fucking make music and be happy that you're rich now.
Just keep making music that's good.
Keep making completely, entirely original music like me. I actually have a song. It's like someone who never had sex before. And I wrote it for my. I have a female singer on my label called Chadana. In case you were wondering.
I'm very excited to hear that. I've never thought of that before.
It's like someone who's never had any sex before. Completely original song. Actually, Like a Prayer is a really good song.
It is.
Well, I think it's about that time.
Real quick. After you watch our podcast on Friday, or the first annual award show finale, Andrew Callahan, HBO,
I know.
has a movie that's produced by Tim and Eric.
I'm so excited I can't even put it in the words.
Yeah, it's good. I'm very.
It's called. It's like This Place is Hell.
This place. This
rocks.
Place rules.
This place rules. That's what it is. Yeah.
I think it's about
like play on words.
It's a play on words. Because he's a genius. Andrew Callahan.
Did you see him fucking spicing up Don Lemon?
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
Yeah,
that was good. Don Lemon's like, I don't agree. And it's like, what?
You know what's excellent? When you're so independent that it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about, you say whatever you want to anybody because your viewership source is not from TV.
Yeah.
So
I subscribed to his Patreon a few times, Andrew Callahan, because I was, when you watch people on YouTube that you like and you see somebody doing rad shit and you only could spend $5 to watch every video they've ever done.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it, I'll spend $5 and support him because that's the way people like him grow and fucking asshats like Don Lemon, get put on morning shows and, because they can't draw any viewership.
Yeah. Well, thank you to the sponsor, League Island Brewing Club. We will taste test them. Please tune in on Friday to our award show finale, first annual
Mack Brothers Award Show,
including the Mike Scravani Hall of Fame inductees, Song of the Year, Artist of the Year, our band list, and that's it.
That's it. Like and subscribe.
Hey, you know what? We're 10. We celebrate Little Christmas, so we still have a Christmas song out called Faith in Vain. Listen to it until the new year.
Yeah, listen to it until January. Let's do it till Little Christmas, actually.
January 6th.
I think that's January 6th. Listen to it. What's the last holiday in January?
Little Christmas.
No, like anywhere in the world. Boxing Day?
Was that the 26th for Canada?
I don't know when any of it. Just listen to it. Listen to Faith in Vain until our next song comes out.
You know what? I started a new female-led Canadian band called For All of the Time.
Oh, really? You did? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any songs yet?
Yeah.
I have one.
Doctor that works in a Rite Aid is the lead single.
I have. They give pills out too.
Yeah, well, they work in a pharmacy.
I have one. I think it might be a good idea for you. It just came with an idea for a song popped up right in my head. The ocean's slowly pulling me away.
Oh.
From underneath my feet.
For my band,
and I'm
my original band called For All of the Time.
It would be probably easier for us to call that song In Undertow, but I actually think it would be better if the song was called The Ocean is Pulling Me Away by the Sand That's Underneath My Feet.
New Song of the Year candidate, The Ocean by The Bravery.
Yeah, you know what? Angelina is a fucking great song by The Bravery.
Slow Poison.
Slow Poison is a fucking great
song. Slow Poison would win this year.
You know what? I think maybe
they're underrated, man.
They're super underrated.
Bravery.
Go listen to the Bravery. They're
listen
underrated.
to the Mack Brothers. Go listen to the Bravery. We're out of here.
Is still out everywhere. Bye.